Have you ever looked at your 401k balance and thought, is this really all I've built after all these years? Here's the strange part. For most people, that feeling has nothing to do with investing badly. It has nothing to do with choosing the wrong funds. And it definitely doesn't mean your retirement plan is broken. In fact, it happens for one surprisingly simple reason. Your brain experiences your 401k completely differently from every other dollar you own. And once you understand why, you'll never look at your retirement account the same way again. You open your 401k app once a quarter, you look at the number, and you feel this strange emptiness. The number is there, but it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like the money in your checking account that you can withdraw and go buy a coffee with. It doesn't feel like your paycheck, which shows up every month and disappears into rent, groceries, bills. It's just a number on a screen that goes up a little, down a little. And all of that movement feels like random noise that has nothing to do with your actual life. And if that's exactly what you're feeling right now, know this. It's not because you're doing something wrong. It doesn't mean you're bad at planning for retirement. It doesn't mean you're financially illiterate. And it definitely doesn't mean there's something broken about your 401k. It means you're simply standing at a stage where the math of compound growth hasn't caught up with your expectations yet. So today I want to explain exactly why this happens, what the math behind that feeling actually looks like, and most importantly, at what specific dollar amounts your account finally starts to feel real. Let's start with why a 401k feels so different from every other dollar in your life. When you earn a paycheck, you see a direct link between effort and outcome. You work 2 weeks, you get paid. That's an immediate, obvious, tangible connection. Now look at your 401k. You set aside a piece of every paycheck, say 6 or 7%. Your employer might add their own piece on top, and that money disappears into a black box for the next 20, 30, even 40 years. You don't see it, you don't touch it, you can't spend it. It exists only in an abstract form, as a line item in a table. And the human brain is not evolutionarily wired to value something abstract and distant the same way it values something concrete and close. This is called temporal discounting, a psychological pattern where a reward that's far away in time feels less real than one that's right in front of you. So, your 401k is psychologically losing a competition against your checking account, even if objectively it might hold far more potential. But there's a second reason, a purely mathematical one, and it's actually more important because it explains why the first few years feel so painfully slow and stagnant. Let's walk through it step by step. Imagine you earn an average salary, say $55,000 a year, and you contribute 6% to your 401k while your employer matches another 3%. Together, that's roughly $4,500 a year landing in your account. Year 1. Your balance is $4,500. Looks modest, but you know it's just the beginning. Year 2, you contribute another $4,500 plus a small amount of investment growth on whatever was already sitting there. Say the market grew 7%. That adds about $300. Your balance is now $9,000. And here's where the most important part of this conversation begins, because this is exactly the stage where people get the most discouraged and want to give up. Out of that $9,000 sitting in your account, only about $300 is money that worked for you. The remaining $8,700 is money you put there yourself through your own labor. Investment growth makes up less than 4% of the total, and that feels unfair. You keep hearing about the magic of compound interest, about money making money, but instead you see that almost all of the growth is literally just your own paycheck flowing from one account into another. And here's the key truth that rarely gets explained directly. In the early stages of building a 401k, compound interest barely does anything, simply because it doesn't have much to work with yet. Compound interest is an exponential function, and every exponential function looks almost like a flat line at the start. It just creeps upward almost invisibly, and only after many years does it start to bend sharply. This isn't a flaw in the system, and it doesn't mean your strategy is wrong. It's the mathematical nature of compounding. It rewards you disproportionately more in the later years than in the early ones. Think about it this way. If you have $10,000 in your account and the market grows 7%, you get $700 of growth that year. But if you have $100,000, that same 7% growth gives you $7,000 without you contributing a single additional cent. Same percentage, same market behavior, but the dollar result is 10 times bigger, simply because the base that percentage is applied to is 10 times bigger. So those early years of your 401k are a fuel accumulation phase. The compound interest engine is technically already running, but it needs critical mass before it starts generating noticeable force. Now let's talk specifically about the thresholds where your account genuinely starts to feel different. Because this isn't an abstraction, these are real, tangible shifts in how your money behaves. The first threshold is $25,000. This is the point where most people first notice that the balance is moving on its own, without their involvement. At an average market return of 7% annually, $25,000 generates roughly $1,750 of investment income per year. That's almost $150 a month appearing out of nowhere, simply because the money is already out there working. That's still less than a single monthly contribution, but it's already a noticeable amount. This is the stage where people first post in financial forums something like, "Wait, I made more from the market last month than I made from my own paycheck." 25,000 is a psychological turning point. The moment the abstract idea of money makes money first turns into something you can actually see with your own eyes in your account statement. The second threshold is $50,000. This is where the game starts to shift more noticeably. At that same 7% annual return, $50,000 generates roughly $3,500 a year, almost $300 a month of passive growth. For a lot of middle income earners, that's already comparable to their own monthly contribution to the plan. The market is literally starting to put in as much as you are through your own labor. This is the moment your 401k stops being just the box where money goes and starts becoming a partner in your financial future. This is usually where people start checking their balance, not out of anxiety, but out of curiosity, like checking on a plant they've been growing to see how much it's grown. The third threshold, and probably the most psychologically significant one, is $100,000. This is the milestone that financial experts often call the tipping point, because mathematically, this is where compound growth often starts outpacing your own contributions in raw dollar terms year over year. At 7% annually, $100,000 generates $7,000 a year, almost $600 a month, appearing without a single cent from your paycheck. For most middle income earners, that's already more than their annual contribution to the plan. Think about that. The market earned you more money this year than you yourself earned for your retirement account through your job. This is the moment the abstract math of compounding finally becomes visible, tangible, real. This is the threshold after which your balance starts jumping by noticeable amounts even in months when you contributed nothing, purely from market movement. Many people describe hitting $100,000 as the first time they actually believed retirement savings weren't just a theoretical concept from a finance article, but a real mechanism that's genuinely working for them. And the fourth threshold, $250,000. This is where the math becomes truly dramatic. At 7% annually, $250,000 generates $17,500 of growth a year, almost $1,450 a month, without a single additional contribution from you. That's already more than many people's monthly take-home pay. At this stage, the account itself has become more productive than a significant chunk of your working life in terms of generating money for your future. Market swings of just a few percentage points in either direction can now move your balance by thousands of dollars in a single week. Something that used to feel impossible now becomes a normal part of living with this account. This is also the point where people often feel a bit of fear watching the balance during market downturns because the drops are now expressed in real, large numbers. But that's the same fear that comes with real wealth that's actually working. It's the flip side of the very mechanism that used to feel too slow to even believe in.